central bank prohibition led to growth in crypto awareness. An executive with a cryptocurrency payments solution company called Patricia has argued that cryptocurrency knowledge levels in Nigeria rose just shortly after the CBN asked financial institutions to exclude crypto entities from the banking ecosystem. The executive, Rotimi Oganide, insists such growth in knowledge levels, as well as the adoption of cryptocurrencies in general, shows that Nigerians are against the CBN's tough policies. Following the EndSARS protest, many young people were worried about depositing their money in banks and resorted to cryptocurrency. However, this move metamorphosed into an investing adventure. The Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SSANU, has issued a February warning to the federal government to fully implement the minimum wage to its members or face industrial action. In a communique issued at the end of its 41st National Executive Council (NEC) meeting held at the Obafemi Awolowo University (OAU), Ilif, Esan State, the union lamented the hardship its members are going through due to the haphazard nature of the implementation of the Integrated Personnel Payroll System (IPPIS). The union is aware that government has requested the relevant offices of the government to submit their data on or before January 28. We urge the government to ensure that they pay the overdue arrears of the national minimum wage on or before the end of February 2022. Foreign debt may hit N18 TRN in 2022, Agusto&Co credit rating agency, Agusto&Co, has said Nigeria's foreign debt could rise from about N15 trillion to N18 trillion if the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, devalues the naira at about 20%. The firm stated this in its Economic Newsletter January 2022 edition, adding that Nigeria has assumed a hawkish foreign exchange policy stance since 2015 and this has been elevated since 2020 to date. The newsletter said that this hawkish FX stance has been characterized by political interference and demand management amidst a weaker supply of the US dollar in the FX market. The resultant effect of the demand management has been the wide arbitrage between the official foreign exchange market and the parallel market, with spreads exceeding 30% and even as high as 40%. Sadly, we believe this scenario will persist in 2022, resulting in more businesses having to source FX needs from the parallel market, it said. 45.85 million bank accounts yet to be linked to BVN 7 years after Reps member Alleges. A member of the House of Representatives from Plateau State, Dachu Bagos, has alleged that about 45.85 million bank accounts were yet to be linked after the introduction of the Bank Verification Number, BVN, by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, in 2014. Bagos said, about 7 years after the introduction of the BVN into the Nigeria banking system, about 45.85 million bank accounts across Nigeria are yet to be linked to BVNs. Data released by the Nigerian Interbank Settlement Systems, NIBS, on June 23, 2021, disclosed that the total number of bank accounts in Nigeria as of May 2019 is pegged at 122.071 million. But the active accounts as of May 2020 stood at 72.936 million. According to Bagos, the commercial banks in Nigeria have adamantly disobeyed and continue to hold on to the monies out of failed transactions more than necessary, against the directives of the Central Bank of Nigeria and to the detriment of Nigerians. He added in his motion that despite the introduction of the BVN by the CBN to curb the menace in the financial sector, about 71 million customers still use their accounts without the compulsory identification, per data from the NIBS. 28 companies benefited in first cycle of 100 for 100 policy. Godwin Fiel, Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, says 28 companies benefited from the first cycle of the 100 for 100 policy on production and productivity, PPP. Fiel said this on Monday during the flag-off of the initiative in Abuja. These companies are private companies that have a project to fund and were to apply for as much as N5 billion under the scheme. Fiel said the selected companies met the requirements and went to rigorous screening. He said that application for the next cycle of the 100 for 100 policy program would kick off from February 1st. Following due process on the application received, I am pleased to inform you that, unfortunately, only 28 companies with projects that have articulated proposals have been selected for funding. The projects valued at N23.20 billion comprises those within the manufacturing sector, agricultural and health sector, Fiel said. I received 19 threats for undertaking banking revolution, Soludo. A former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Prof. Charles Soludo, has narrated how he received death threats when he undertook some reforms in the banking sector. Soludo, who is the governor-elect of Anambra State, said he received 19 written threats, including physical attacks for undertaking the banking revolution. Soludo served as governor of CBN from 2004 to 2009. He said, "Oil is on its way out, but dismantling the decades-old debilitating institutions and politics around it won't be a tea party." Nigeria is now at a fiscal cliff with a crunching solvency challenge. Youth unemployment, insecurity, poverty, inflation, threaten the social fabric. Migrating to a post-oil world of the fourth industrial revolution and sustainable prosperity will require massive disruptive transformations and restoration of a productive social contract. Such disruptions will come at great costs, and could indeed be dangerous. It is not far to imagine what could befall serious disruptors. In Nigeria, we remember what happened to Murtala Muhammad, and the history books are replete with hundreds of examples of the inherent risks. At a personal level, undertaking the banking revolution in Nigeria came with 19 written threats to me and my family, including physical attacks. Disrupting the existing social order is dangerous. Beneficiaries of the current order are powerful enough to organize and viciously fight back to protect their privileges. On the contrary, the masses who are the ultimate beneficiaries are not organized enough to act as a bulwark against the special interests. As things stand currently, we are standing between the rock and the hard place. With the objective to retain power within the context of short electoral cycles, politicians are afraid to undertake the necessary disruptive changes to guarantee long-term safety and prosperity for all.